I happen to agree with Elon. I think he probably has a better handle on the economic conditions of the world than most anybody else because he does do business in California, Nevada, New York, Shanghai, Texas, and Berlin with his Tesla factories. And then he also has Twitter, SpaceX, the Boring Company, and Neuralink. So, yeah, I think he has a better handle on what the economic conditions are and than Jerome Powell. And I think I agree with Elon. If he just keeps pushing these interest rates up, he's going to screw this economy up and more banks are going to fail. And particularly as we get into commercial lending, Elon speaks the truth. And in fact, if he just leave it alone and let artificial intelligence, machine learning, genome sequencing, genome editing, synthetic biology take the hold that they should take, this economy would explode. I need you to do something for me before I examine this a little bit further. Google likes to see likes early on in the video. So I would ask you right now, go down there and slam on that like button. And if you aren't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel now and ring that bell so you get notified when I make videos. And now let's get down to it. Why do I think Elon's right? And what proof do I have that the market is ready to explode if the government would get out of the way? We'll get right at that.
Best of Us Investors presents Kerry Griegmeyer.
As I said, we've got Jerome and Janet doing their thing to push us into a recession that doesn't really have to happen. And we've got now higher interest rates. We've got inflation as a result of their actions. Now the government is doing their stupid act and playing games with each other relative to the debt ceiling. Janet just came out and said if you don't get it cleared up by the 1st of June, which is less than 30 days away, we could have a disaster on our hands. We could default and not be able to pay anybody. And damn it, the first people who shouldn't get paid are the senators and the representatives and the president of the United States. They should have to pay us for the trouble that they're creating for us, for the people that they're putting in jeopardy, for the loans, the home loans that they're putting in jeopardy, for the food they're taking off the tables. This is nonsense, and it needs to stop. So I concur with the warning from Elon Musk, and to show you that the economy is trying to survive the stupidity of our Federal Reserve, our Treasury, our Senate, our representatives, and all the president and vice president and everybody, if they just get out of the way, the economy could do well. And to prove that, I want to show you the performance of the 7 best stocks that I think anybody could own and to measure the movement of the economy. And that is Apple, Amazon, Google, Meta, NVIDIA, Microsoft, and Tesla. Here is their performance year to date, 1 year, and today. I look at today and see NVIDIA having been up 44% over the last year and up 97% year to date and down 2% today. That's a buy. Okay, why is that a buy? Because of artificial intelligence, because of synthetic biology, and they're going to put DNA on their chips. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, watch my previous videos. This is going to revolutionize the world by increasing the amount of data that can go on a semiconductor by a multiple of 1,000,000. You heard me right. And then create the efficiency of the equal amounts such that we can process all this data that is going to be generated as a result of artificial intelligence, genome sequencing, genome editing, and synthetic biology. Our world is about to go into a new way of running. IBM just said that artificial intelligence is going to eliminate up to 30% of the jobs that they have, the clerical positions, and then will turn around and make new jobs to replace those people. Yes, it's going to be new technology, and yes, you're going to have to learn new skills, but it is going to make these companies much more efficient, these 7 companies much more efficient, thus much more profitable, and you and I are going to reap the benefits if we'll buy as our government and our officials take us into a recession that is truly not necessary and will actually serve as an opportunity to those of us who dollar cost average into Apple, Amazon, Google, Meta, NVIDIA, Microsoft, and Tesla. Now, I won't be one of you dollar cost averaging into Tesla because I do not like their exposure, their enormous exposure to China. And I don't think until we get our situations and our differences resolved with China, that is a good place for my money. Not that I don't think Tesla is a good company and has the potential to grow, but I don't want the risk. I don't want to wake up one morning and hear that we are at war with Xi Jinping, and Xi Jinping marched into Shanghai and repossessed or took over the Tesla factory. I don't want the exposure to that. I am comfortable, but not comfortable with the exposure of Tim Cook. And I would say if there are 2 people in this world who have a better handle on the economy and as the international economy, the 2 best people would be Elon and Tim Cook. They have exposure around this world. They know on a day-to-day basis. They don't have to wait for government statistics to tell them what's going on in the world and then wake up 30 days later and find that those statistics weren't right and thus put us into a unjustified recession. We are about to go into the biggest growth period in tech stocks that the world has ever seen. As Walter Isaacson says, and he has said many times, the medical care revolution that is that is about to happen is bigger than the digital revolution. And the digital revolution has given us the internet, social media, e-commerce. It has created estimated $22 trillion worth of growth over the last 40 years. And Walter and I believe the next growth period is probably going to equal, if not double that, because of the far-reaching effects, particularly into those areas that we need health cure rather than health care, the reduction of global warming, and the moving into solar energy, wind energy as our world changes. These are the 7 companies that are going to take you there. Invest in the future, not in the past. Interest rates, inflation, those are things of the past that are going to be solved and rectified. Again, I want to ask you, like this video, subscribe to my channel. Let's get 1 million people on this channel and understanding where we're going and be in a position to make better investment decisions, understand our tax code such that you keep more of what you make and to build family wealth. Again, I'm Kerry Grinkmeyer. I'm a retired financial advisor, and I'm here to not give you financial advice, but share my financial education. I'll talk to you, I'm quite sure, again tomorrow.